Let's see how to draw triangle using OpenGL and how to move that. I write this code function by function. So let's start from the main function. Here you can see our main function. First we need to create a window to draw the shape. Using GLFW we can do that. So we need to initialize it. Then we set OpenGL version for GLFW that we are going to use. This is the major version and this is the minor version. Then we give which OpenGL profile we want to use, and it is like a package of functions. Here we are going to use crow package. After that we need to create a window object in GLFW, and this function used to create a window. This will take 5 inputs: height, width, title and other 2 parameters. Here we have take the buffer information, and next we can see set context for GLFW to use after creating the window object. Then we can use it using this function, as well as this will hold the OpenGL context. Here we are initializing the OpenGL. Then we will tell OpenGL the viewport of our window, which is just the area of window we want OpenGL to render in, or where it want to open. So now we have done the main configurations. Next we need to set up shaders and give coordinate points for triangle. Now let's see how to set the coordinate point for triangle. And this is the function used to set coordinate point for our triangle, and these are the coordinate point for our triangle. But we haven't told OpenGL how to interpret them, so we need to give that information to GPU. Sending stuff between the CPU and GPU is kind of slow. When we do send stuff, we send them as big batches. These big batches are called as buffers. So here you can see our created vertex buffer objects where we'll store our vertex data. Now we have coordinate points, and we have shared that data with GPU. Now we want to set that data as an input to shaders. Shaders mean in the graphic pipeline there is a series of functions which take data at the beginning and then output a frame. Now that inputs are called as vertex data or shaders. So next we need to compile those shaders. Here here you can see the next function, compile shaders. Now let's see how to compile the shaders. And when come to here, you can see our predefined shaders for the program, and now we are gonna use them. And when we come to here to the compile shader function, it take our predefined vertex shaders and fragment shader and call to the add shader function separately. and in the add shader function it take shaders as inputs. Then we are going to specify that we are only using one string for whole shaders. Then we are gonna point the source code using that strings. And now we have source code for our vertex shader and fragment shader, but we don't have the shaders themselves. So shaders uh, are OpenGL object, and these are in the background or in the memory, and we can only access them by references. And we need to convert or compile them to sorry uh, and we need to convert those to sorry and we need to convert them to machine code to compile by GPU to understand to the GPU. To use both shaders we need to call to the this function. Now all the things are ready to go. Next we need to run a while loop to keep the window. Inside the loop we define the location of the shape, and one round of loop will equal to one frame. Every frame it will change the location of the shape, so it will make the illusion of animation. In this code section it will change the coordinates, and we call to this function to handle the user input like minimizing, closing windows and other things. And here we have assigned background color for the window, and in this using this function we active the shaders program. After that, in using this function we can draw the triangle in the window. At last we need to set the buffer for the changes. So this is how the whole code is work. Now let's run this code and see the output. Here you can see our triangle and it is moving. This is how OpenGL Triangle is work.